Hello friends, I will be doing a 6-month update for you pretty soon, but today I wanted to show you what I eat in a day over 2 days because I think this might be helpful for some people to get an idea. So I always start out with a collagen coffee. The collagen has like 10 grams of protein per scoop, so I'm trying collagen again and I've found a much better brand. This is a Gel Pro collagen and it's probably the best brand that I've found. It seems really, really high quality and it's from grass-fed cows and all that good stuff. So I just mix it into my black coffee. I'm really lazy, so I just generally have instant coffee. And also I haven't found a way to make fresh coffee where I really like it. So I usually just do instant and then I do a little bit of pure cream. If I don't have the pure cream, that's okay. I just have milk instead and I go with either one of those. Mix that all up and then the collagen is mixed in. So for breakfast, I almost always have a fruit and some natural yogurt. So today it was half a cup of Greek natural yogurt, full fat, and 1 kiwi fruit, a golden kiwi fruit. I love golden kiwis. And I just slice it up and eat those together, and that is pretty filling for me as a breakfast. I'm not a huge breakfast eater. For lunch on this day, I had 3 eggs fried up with some leftover vegetables. So we had some steamed broccoli from the night before, and I just fried that up together and dumped about a tablespoon of cottage cheese on top. Now this is something that I have sometimes on a snack day. I don't always have an afternoon snack, but I did on this day. And it's just a medjool date sliced in half or cut down the middle, and then I put a teaspoon of natural peanut butter on that. For dinner on this night, we had a really delicious homemade fishball and chicken soup. My husband made this. Oh, so wonderful. This is my breakfast on day 2. So today it is a natural yogurt, about a tablespoon of that, a tablespoon of cottage cheese, a teaspoon of natural peanut butter, a medjool date all chopped up, and about 10 raw almonds dumped on top of that. This is absolutely delicious. I love this kind of breakfast. This is what I have if we don't have much fresh fruit available. For lunch on this day, I had some leftover salmon mornay that my husband made with a cup of homemade beef broth. Beef broth is like medicine to me. I absolutely love it. And the mornay was really nice. It was just vegetables, red salmon in a creamy sauce, creamy dairy sauce. Now I want to show you just how simple it can be to make the kind of meals that I make. So the meal that I'm making on this occasion, I'm home alone, and so when I'm home alone, I make it really, really simple. So on this day, I'm just putting some sweet potatoes in the oven. I just rub some olive oil on, put some salt and pepper and stab them all over with a fork, and then put them in the oven, basically until they're soft and done and nice and sort of caramelized on the outside. And while they're cooking, I usually have them cooking a little bit earlier than I start doing all this other stuff. But I just take an onion. I'm just taking a small onion on this occasion because it's just me, and I'm going to cook it with some beef mince, but I don't have a huge amount of beef mince. So just the 1 onion, and I just dice that up. And then I also have some 3 cloves, about 3 or 4 cloves of fresh garlic. I always use fresh garlic. I never use the jarred stuff because it's just weird and nasty. And I love garlic. One thing with our family is that we have always eaten onions and garlic almost every single day. And we think that it's one of the reasons that we don't get sick very much. Like we don't get, winter colds very much, that sort of thing where other people seem to. We put it down to the garlic and onion. Don't know. It's a theory, but it could be right, could be wrong. Anyway, onions and garlic are great, and I love to eat them anyway. So also I think of them like a medicine. So I'm just removing all the peels of everything here. And then just dicing those onions up. This is just so simple, you won't believe it. It's really easy to make very delicious, simple and healthy food. It doesn't have to take very long. You need a few nice fresh ingredients, but the rest is very basic and straightforward. So then I just put a bit of butter in the pan. This is a Hexclad pan that I got for my husband for his birthday recently, and it has been great. I throw the diced onion into that, and how much you cook your onion is going to depend on your own tastes. I like to have it fairly browned. I've actually put the garlic and onion in together here. Usually I cook the onion for a bit first, then do the garlic, but I was kind of hungry on this night and I just wanted to get it done. So I'm putting in about half a kilo of fresh beef mince. We have a really good butcher that we go to, and we get really nice beef mince there. So I'm just chucking that in the pan once the onion is fried up enough. And then again, it's a matter of frying it to, your own preference. And I also ended up sprinkling in a little bit of garlic powder and a little bit of smoked paprika, and of course salt and pepper. Absolutely non-negotiable, salt and pepper. And then just keep mixing that until it's cooked as much as you want it to be cooked. If you wanted something a little wetter, you could also put some bone broth or something in with this. I didn't do that this time, but I do that sometimes. So here's my little half sweet potato that I've taken out of the oven. And I just dump some of the beef mince on top of that, depending on how hungry I am and how much I feel like eating. Then on top of that, I'll put some grated Parmesan. The only cheese that I eat these days is like the raw cheeses, like Parmesan, the good quality cheese. I don't eat like your run-of-the-mill supermarket cheese anymore, because it's just, it's kind of like a fake cheese to me now. And then I pop on top a really good spoonful of cottage cheese. This is a really thick cottage cheese. It does depend on the brand as to what your cottage cheese is like. And that is my meal ready. Wasn't that simple? This is a kind of large plate, so this is actually a bit of food on this plate. In case you're thinking it looks like a fairly small amount, it's actually probably bigger than it looks, I think. Now the taste test. I was so hungry by the time I got to this, I just could not wait to eat it. So we've got the layers of the vegetable and the meat and the cheese. Delicious. I love it. Love this kind of thing. And it hardly took me any time to make. And then I finish off with one of these delicious peanut butter and chocolate slice things that I made. I'll have to give you a recipe of this sometime. It's so good. It uses really basic ingredients like almond meal and natural peanut butter, coconut oil, cocoa powder, and that kind of thing. So, friends, I hope this was helpful to you, just to give you a little glimpse of what I might eat in a day. I also have tea and coffee frequently throughout the day. That's kind of one of my things that that I just refuse to give up for any reason. But I try not to overdo it, and I have cut back a little bit. And of course, I drink water all day long. So I'd be interested to know what you think. Does this look like the kind of meals that you could make for yourself? Does it look like a lot of food to you? Does it look like a little food to you? Share your thoughts with me, and I will see you soon for my 6-month health reset update. Bye for now.